right, and once again we're live for our weekly parish. Some folks are calling it a podcast. I call it the weekly stream, but we're here this week with Father Franklin. He's come to join us in the studio, and we'll get with Father here in a second. First, as usual, we'll go over the announcements. Let's see. Knights of Columbus are going to do a membership drive on Sunday, February 25th at all three masses. If you are interested in becoming a knight, even if you're not ready to commit to it, if you're curious about it, want some information, speak with one of the knights after Mass. I'm going to assume they're going to be dressed in a t-shirt, something to identify themselves. I don't know, outside with pamphlets, hard to say, but yeah, if you're a Catholic man, Catholic male, yeah, and you're interested in becoming a Knight of Columbus, get with those guys and visit with them and find out what it's all about. Let's see. Adult formation class this Wednesday is going to be Jeff Majak. I think he's going to share his personal, how do I want to put it? His personal, his I guess his walk to conversion, I guess would be the best way to put it. And then next week after that, we've got Luis and Marta Campos. They're going to discuss natural family planning. That's Wednesday from 6 to 7 in the church. All adults are welcome, not just the ones that have kids in CCD. Anybody that's interested, please attend. I did the lecture last week on morality and moral decision making based on in light of Catholic teaching. It was good. I survived it. We went the full hour. Nobody walked out. It was a beautiful thing. Let's see. There's been a change in the Mass schedule. I think I lied to everybody. I was trying not to headphones. He said, it sounds the same with them on as it does with them off. I lied to everybody last week. I think I told them that the Mass schedule, I thought it was moving from 6 in the evening to 7 in the evening. That is totally false. It has moved from 6 in the evening to 7 in the morning. So Tuesday and Thursday Masses are now at 7 a.m. So my apology to anybody if I sent you to the church and nobody was there. Let's see. Our Lady of Guadalupe is having a mission on February 17th, 18th, and 19th. I think that's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's called Led by the Spirit. Keep an eye out in the bulletin for more details on that. Let's see. Reminder again, we have a men's group meeting at the church every Monday at 5:30 in the library. Once again, another invitation to our Catholic men to come and to meet and to for fellowship and spiritual reinforcement, because we all need it. So let's see what else is in the bulletins. I think that's enough bulletins for now. Let's talk with Father Franklin. So, Father Franklin, 1 year after ordination as a priest, how'd it go so far?
Oh man, it's been very, very amazing. Not too much surprises. I mean, there are surprises, but not beyond, my expectation. It took me a while, being in the seminary and being around the church, kind of, imagine and my personal thoughts about the priesthood and all the informations and formations in the seminary. So far, there is no big surprises, but there are some surprises.
Some surprises, but no bad blindsides. Well, that's good.
Right.
I'm assuming you're enjoying every bit of it, though.
Oh yeah, it's been very amazing. It's been very amazing.
Wonderful, and of course we've enjoyed having you here with us for the last year. Yeah, it seems like it wasn't that long ago. We celebrated your first Mass in Pecos right after your ordination.
Time runs so fast, The Latin people will say "tempus fugis,"
That's
Time
right.
runs so quickly, and it's been amazing. Thanks be to God.
Wonderful. So some surprises, but nothing too bad. That's neat. That's good. You want to share any of the little surprises?
Yeah, I mean, before the priesthood in the seminary, and outside of the seminary, your spiritual life, my spiritual life was very, very good. I mean, it's not a surprise that it's not good right now. It's very good, but maybe I thought maybe as a priest, you will have much more time. Spend more time in prayer, which we have, and thanks be to God with Father Michael, we do fulfill our commitment to divine office, and sometimes have personal prayers in the church. But before the priesthood, I was thinking as a priest, you're gonna have all the time in the world, to pray as much as you want. But it's not so, because you are so much busy with other, activities in the parish, and you have you have to make out time for your personal prayers. And I thank God here at Sacred Hearts, we run the kind of parish program that also gives us time, like we do have adorations after Mass. That has been a very huge and big opportunity, for us priests, to still adore and spend time with Jesus, and, to build a community of faith, people who are willing to commit to that kind of program. And, like the morning prayer we do, it's been very helpful to even we always do that on our own. I always pray, but praying with the community, because for me the priesthood is about communion with Christ, with his church, and with the people of God.
Mhm.
So it's amazing to have that communion, or companion of people, worshiping and praying. It's amazing. And you know praying and teaching the people how to do the liturgy of hours, is exciting, and it's an input anyway. But it's amazing that we have liturgically and spiritually, the people have been so helpful, for that encouragement. Because it's always good when you pray with group of people, with the people of God, and share your spiritual life, because the spiritual maturity, is a process, it's an ongoing stuff. But you are being encouraged as a priest. Like in the morning, you can sit in your office or in the chapel and say your office, but coming to pray with the people of God is such an amazing thing.
Well, I would agree, yeah, because you have, because of the environment, you have an environment of prayer,
I know.
and because I now understand the same thing, because being in formation to be a deacon,
Yes.
the divine office is part of the responsibility. So
Exactly.
every morning and evening, I try to do the divine office, because that's going to be an obligation once I'm ordained. But you're right that if you're at the church doing it with others, it's a different environment,
Right.
and it's
Exactly.
and it fosters. I would say a deeper prayer, because like you said, at the kitchen table with a cup of coffee, not quite the same. It's not quite the same.
Exactly.
So
And to that, I will encourage the people of God. I will encourage parishioners also to, join if they can. Like in adoration, it gives the priest extra energy. Like you see the people who are willing to adore, to pray, or to pray the rosary like we do after every mass and before mass. It's really encouraging that, you know, it's a family. The church is a family, and the family that prays together stays together.
mm,
And we as priests, even if you don't have your personal time, but spending time with the people of God praying together is an extra advantage, than personal prayer, which is also good because you have to have some deep thought and reflections with the Lord, alone with the Lord sometimes, but communal prayer is still a virtue.
yeah, very good, very good. So we've got the first year over with. Any big plans for the second year? Any goals that? I mean, because I know the first year you gotta kind of just get settled, just get a
Yeah.
rhythm. But I didn't know if you had any goals for the next year. You might try to.
Yes. Well, with this year gone, like in terms of the human dimension aspect of it, collaboration with others and learning, to serve the people of God. You have to be human to form humans, right? Um, it's been very good human relationship with parishioners. I have built a lot of, made a lot of progress with people and families, and it's amazing. So, but in that, there are areas you need to improve more. Um, um, so that you can, because the more you identify with people, the more you identify Christ in them and, their personal situations. So it's been amazing, but I hope in the second year I will improve on that. And even, the pastoral presence, I've been very, like the seek us and, making sure that you answer to every person that needs your presence in the parish. But these are some areas too we can always improve, not just going to see cause, but after that follow up, to see how they are doing and to keep in touch, and, you know, so you never have it all, but there is always room to learn and to
Yeah, make some
improve,
improvement. Yeah.
yeah, to integrate the faith with people.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, let's see. We usually tend to keep these streams short, so I think that's about anything. Any last thing you like to tell everybody before we go?
Yeah, you know, one thing I have really enjoyed here at Sacred Heart, is because as a priest, you don't have too much time for studies, but the Father Michael, like incorporating us in teaching the adult formation, like the parents in the church, gives the priests an opportunity for research and to, teach the faith and integrate the faith they have learned in the seminary, we share with the people of God. So it's a good thing, and it's also one of the areas we can engage more, to make sure that, things are going smoothly. But above all, I just want to thank parishioners for how wonderful they are, even though sometimes it can get rough, it can get busy, and somebody can just, you know, but generally it's been very, people have been very supportive. That's all I can say. They have been our spiritual power. You guys have been very encouraging to us priests, and I hope that God will continue to sustain us and to give us that strength to build His church and to build a faithful church and a holy family here at Sacred Heart.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you, Father, for coming on this week. Uh, I know you got. I know you got volunteered, so but it was a wonderful talk. I'm glad you came. Okay, everyone. I guess we'll see you next week. Be safe out there. They said it might be a little bit of snow tonight. Maybe not too bad, but be safe.
Well, we can take this now. Huh?
Well, we can always use the moisture. That's for sure. Okay. Be safe. God bless, and we'll see you next week.
Is that it?